Hey guys, Cruz here. Welcome back to TPPI. Alright, I have done a ton of work off camera yesterday. I spent hours and hours playing this game, getting ready for today's episode. So I guess let me show you guys what I've done. I've done quite a bit, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and focus on one of the aspects of it for this episode rather than all of it. But yeah, so as you can see, I've made a few changes up here. I went ahead and took out the cow and the sheep pen, stuff like that, moved that. I set up this basic little mob spawner here, and the reason I did this is because I needed to collect a bunch of mob essence. Now, the reason I needed a bunch of mob essence is because I needed to spawn the blizz, they dropped these things, the blizz rods. I needed a bunch of those because I needed a ton of the cryothium, the gelid cryothium. So I let this thing run for a long time, and you know, I have these ender tanks here set up, and in that spawner over there I have a safari net with a blizz in it. It's turned off right now, so they're not going to spawn, but yeah, these guys are still going to go because they're just the vanilla spawners. So I just figured might as well let them go. Why not? We're collecting all kinds of stuff from them. So yeah, the reason I need all that gelid cryothium is because if we come down here, kind of show you the meat and potatoes of what I've done. Yeah, right here, this guy right here, a big reactor. This is like a huge reactor. I don't know if this is the biggest one, but it's pretty friggin' huge. So yeah, I'll show you guys this in a second. I'm going to show you some of the other stuff I've done. So yeah, I made the Mac a little bit bigger. I might even make it bigger too. I might bring it down, or well, I don't know. I might keep it the same. I might I don't know. It seems to be fine for now. I've got 2 pages now worth of stuff. So I've got 2 pages in there, or 2 pattern providers, and then 6. I believe it's 6 of the crafting CPUs. So it goes really, really fast. Now this is my kind of my idea for the setup here. I've got the crafting terminal here. It's all set up and ready to go. It's all hooked up to you know, connected to each other. Then I put this advanced information panel here, and I want to have disk drives wrapping all the way around it. And there's a crafting monitor there, and I'm going to have it, you know, the same thing with the advanced information panels on this side, and the disk drives, you know, all across this way. And I think it'd be kind of cool. It'd kind of make it look neat. Eventually I'll have something written on these, but I don't have the text cards made up or anything, so I just kind of set them there to mock it up and see exactly what it was going to look like. So I'm going to need a few more ME drives here to connect these, and let's see, I'm going to need, well, about 4 more on this side too. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. I tell you what, let's go ahead and start doing that now. I think we have pretty much everything we're going to need. So let's try this. We're probably going to need some more chests. I think we're about out of chests. 4, 5, 6. I think we're going to need 6 of them. So let's see if we have everything else. We might also run out of glass. Oh, nope, got it. Alright, sweet. So let's go ahead and set this up and see what it's going to look like. Alright, there's that. That's going to be cool. Now this is going to dramatically increase our storage capacity, which is fine, because eventually I want to get that ender quarry set up. I don't have it made yet, though. It's going to take a really long time, because that's really, really tough to make. Let me, for those of you who don't know what the recipe is for the ender quarry, in TPPI it's a little bit different. It's been tweaked. So now what we're going to need is all this stuff. We're going to need the ender infused obsidian, which isn't too bad to make. It does require ender pearls and obsidian, which I'm down to 1 ender pearl now, because I had to make those ender tanks and stuff like that. So yeah, I have 1 ender pearl now. So yeah, we're hurting on ender pearls. Oops. Now let's see what else we're gonna need. Quadruple compressed dirt, which is pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I have enough dirt to do that. Then we get to the fun stuff, the ender core, which is 4 magical wood, 4 diamond etched computational matrices, and an Eye of Ender. Now the magical wood, we're gonna need We're gonna need to double this because there's 2 of these in the recipe. So we're gonna need 8 magical wood, 8 diamond etched computational matrices, and 2 Eyes of Ender. So the magical wood is gold ingots, a bookshelf, and an enchanted book, and that gives you 1. So we're gonna need 8, 8 times this. Okay, now we're also gonna need 8 of these, which are 4 diamonds, ender infused obsidian, and burnt quartz. All right, which isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. Just a little time consuming. Then we're gonna need one of these. The diamond etched computational matrix. Oh, okay, which is the same thing as what's involved in the ender cores. Then we're gonna need 2 endothermic pumps, which are the ender infused obsidian, eye of ender, diamond, water, lava. Same recipe as normal. Then we're gonna need this thing, the Enderman Mining Assistant, which is from the TPPI tweaks mod. So I think it's just in this Feed the Beast pack, obviously, because TPPI tweaks. So what that is, it's the Destruction Pickaxe, the Builder's Wand, and the Erosion Shovel, 2 portals to the Deep Dark, iron bars, 2 more ender cores, and a resonant energy cell. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a while before I can make an ender quarry. I could do the regular quarry, but I don't know. I don't really want to do that either. Especially with GregTech involved, the regular quarry is a little bit more difficult to get as well. I'll go ahead and show you the recipe for that. Let's see, where is it? Quarry. Yeah, so it requires the diamond drill, diamond gears, gold gears, advanced circuit. The diamond drill requires the titanium plates, which means we'd need to make an industrial blast furnace and all that good stuff. So it'd probably be easier to do it that way, but I would rather have the ender quarry. But anyway, enough about that. Back to the old big reactor. Alright, so I did start this guy up just to see if it would work. And I went ahead and I've got the fuel input over on this side. I've got the power tap over here. And up top, if we check it out, there are 5 reactor control rods because I've got 5 fuel rods in there. So it eats up a ton of fuel. I've got some in there now. But if we go ahead and turn this guy on, I'll go ahead and show you how much RF we're creating here. It's pretty significant. I think our last one, the smallest one that we had, the big reactor that we had, it was a 3x3. And I think we were pulling, what was it, 250 RF per tick, something like that. Yeah, now we're up above 12,000 RF per tick. So yeah, I think the next thing I want to do is, I want to, let's see, make a couple energy cells to store all this stuff. So, that's why I'm keeping it off right now, because I don't want to waste all this fuel. So let's go ahead and deactivate that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some redstone conduit here, and I'll probably open this up a bit. Let's see, do I have my hammer on me? Here it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and just open this up just a bit. We'll go ahead and make like a little battery room. Set these torches back up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll just have some... And you know what, I could even go into the floor, I guess, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll have some redstone conduit coming out of here and going into some energy cells. Now, I do only have 1 ender pearl, so I don't think I can do the resonant energy cells as of right now. Oh, we got company. Boom. Out of here. But I believe we can go ahead and do... Let's see. Oops. Energy cells. We can go ahead and do the redstone energy, which is alright. It holds 10 million. I wish we could do these. They hold 50 million. But yeah, I just don't have the ender pearls for that right now. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and make maybe 1 or possibly 2 of these guys. Okay, we'll make 2 of them. Oh, we're going to need some more electrum, I believe. So let's go ahead, silver, gold. Let's grab a half a stack of each. Let's go ahead and put them in here. Get those going. Get us some more electrum. And let's go ahead and see what else we're going to need for this guy here. We're going to need a bunch of redstone, which actually I'm almost out of redstone. Because the gelid cryothium requires... Let me just show you the recipe here real quick. It's not too hard. Gelid cryothium. Which requires the cryothium dust in a magma crucible. So it requires the blizz powder, which is easy. Redstone, saltpeter. This is what I was having a problem with, the saltpeter. And I was actually using, not the saltpeter, I was using the niter and a snowball, and that'll give you 2. So I was going through a lot of redstone because I needed $100 to this. So, and you know, I had to keep this guy powered up, which he's actually out of redstone now. So, but as soon as we get that reactor online, we can go ahead and power all this stuff. No big deal. We won't have to use any redstone for it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so in order to get the niter, what I had to do is I had to go harvest a bunch of sand and turn the sand into sandstone, put it in the pulverizer, pulverize it. That gives you a slight chance of getting niter. So I just had to keep doing that over and over again, putting sandstone in the pulverizer until I got enough niter to be able to make 100 buckets of gelid cryotheum. So 1 bucket of gelid cryotheum requires 10 cryotheum dust. So yeah, it was like 1,000 of these is what I needed pretty much for all that gelid cryotheum, and I finally got it. But yeah, what was I gonna do up here? I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was making the electrum. There we go. Did I grab that? Yes, I did. Let's go ahead and put that away. All right, so let's go back here. Energy cell. Here we go. So, oh, I guess now we're gonna have to fill this up with redstone. So we're gonna need 80 pieces of redstone, which is like almost all of our redstone. There's 64. And this is gonna take a minute. Okay, that's 70. And that should be 80. Oh no. Alright, so let's go ahead and change that back. Dump out that bucket. Okay, there we go. Whoops. And this should start filling up. And it should have enough redstone in there to fill both of those guys. So one of them should be going. Yep, it's going to take a little bit. So I will bring you guys back as soon as these guys are full. Alright, so they are done filling up, and now we have our redstone energy cell frames, and now we can go ahead and convert those into the actual energy cells themselves. So we're going to need 2 of these redstone conductance coils. So let's go ahead and make a couple of those guys. And we're going to need electrum, which we have, and lead. We should have everything we need. And there we go. So we got 2 of these guys. I really wish I could make more, and I wish I could do the resonant energy cells, but this is all we've got for now. So let's go ahead and grab our conduit. I do have some actual redstone conduit, so we don't have to use the hardened conduit anymore. And I'm going to need to go farming for some redstone. Or mining for some redstone, I guess. But, okay, let's go ahead and set this up. And since I don't have like any room, I don't have anything set up as of right now, I'll just go ahead and set these guys kind of just right here. And we'll start storing up some power. So I'll go ahead and set that guy there and that guy there. And we'll set the tops. Oops, those need to be blue, right? Yeah, I had it right the first time. Alright, so there we go. Now that thing is, those guys are charging up, and it should be depleting, emptying this out. Yes, it is. This holds, what, 10 million RFs? And each one of these holds 10 million, I believe. Yeah, so we are going to need to fire this guy back up. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and activate it. And yeah, those guys should fill up. Oh, yep, they're maxed out right now. So, okay, cool. So, if you guys aren't familiar on how to build these big reactors, it's actually incredibly easy. It does require a lot of material, though. Each one of these reactor casings, let's just go ahead and kind of go over it. So if we check out the reactor casings, they're really easy to make, but you need the graphite bars, and you need steel ingots, and yellorium, sorry. So the graphite bars, and I think they might be different in this pack. I think in normal packs, all you do is you just smelt up coal, right? And that gives you a graphite bar, but in this pack you need to have 2 gravel and a coal, I think. Or you can, oh no, that's graphite dust. Yeah, so you need 2 gravel and 1 coal in order to make a graphite bar. So you're going to need a lot of gravel, and you're going to need quite a bit of coal in order to do this. And you're also going to need a lot of steel, because this thing requires a bunch of casings. I've got casings on every side here, so I mean, yeah, it's just tons and tons of casings. And the other components are fairly easy to make, like the controller and the power tap and stuff like that. They're pretty straightforward. Let's see, here's the access port here. So it's just some reactor casings, chest, piston. Let's see, what do we got here? The controller is a diamond, a couple yellorium, reactor casings, redstone. Yeah, so it's pretty simple stuff. The hardest part was getting the gelid cryothium, which you don't have to use. You don't have to use the gelid cryothium. You can use liquid redstone, liquid glowstone. You could even use water, liquid ender. You could use all that. But this is the most efficient. The gelid cryothium is the most efficient. It keeps it the coolest while producing this much power. 12,000 RF per tick. So I think the next tier down would be the redstone, the liquid redstone. So, oh yeah, these guys are getting there. I think I can go ahead and turn this guy off now. So we'll go ahead and deactivate him, and we'll just drain it out. Let's see if we created any waste yet. No, not yet. Excuse me. So yeah, I think I'm planning on building some more of these reactors. Actually, I'd like to have another one at least. But that's going to be a ways away. I don't have enough steel made up. Yeah, it's going to take quite a bit. So let's actually go up here. Right here I have my metallurgic infuser set up, and I went ahead and did some speed and energy upgrades to it because I did need a ton of steel. Let's see, do I even have steel in here? No, I don't. But in order to make steel, let's see, we'll make to make a stack of steel, you need a stack of iron and 2 stacks of coal, which I don't have right now. I do have a bunch of coal in ore form. Do I have my fortune pick? Here it is. Can I sleep this rain away? No, I cannot. So I'll just go ahead and do it in here. So I'll just go ahead and do this, and I'll fortune some of this coal. I just need 2 stacks of it, because you need 1 stack of iron, 2 stacks of coal in order to make 1 stack of steel. And I highly recommend those speed upgrades and the energy upgrades in the metallurgic infuser. So what you'll do is, this is empty, so you'll toss in a stack of coal, and that'll give you a bunch of carbon. And you'll go ahead and dump in another stack, because you're going to need it. And then put your iron in there. Yeah, look how fast that is. Oh, yeah, it's so much better. It does use up quite a bit of RF, though. But making 1 stack of steel, this thing will be able to keep up. Man, I wish that rain would stop. Can't sleep yet. Alright. But anyway, yeah. So once this is done, you're going to take this enriched iron and you're going to put it back into here and let it do its thing. And that's going to turn into steel dust. And then you can just go ahead and put your steel dust in here. In your smeltery. Oh yeah, let's drop off our levels. You can put your steel dust in here in the smeltery, and yeah, it'll smelt up, turn into steel ingots, and there you go. But yeah, so we're making another stack. Alright, so another thing I can show you guys is, I guess while that's working, is back here I set up some autonomous activators for my essence berries. So what that's doing is, it's pretty much, and I should have more than this, but I used some before I started recording. It's collecting all of my essence berries automatically. So that's really nice. These autonomous activators are really easy to use, and they're really easy to make too, and they don't require any kind of power at all. You just set them there, and you tell it kind of what you want it to do. Like for this, for instance here, it's right next to the essence berry bush, so I want it to right-click, which will grab the ore berries. So that's going to right-click it. It's going to put it into these impulse item ducts here, and it's just going to send it directly into my ME system. So yeah, it's pretty fancy. And yep, they just collect up here. Every once in a while I'll go in here and eat them and then store our the XP in here. Even though I don't really need to, but I do. Why not? So alright, let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Put the stone away. Let's go check on our energy cells. And they are both full. And how much power do we have left in here? Alright, we've got a little under half. So, alright, that's pretty sweet. So I think the next thing I want to work on is I kind of want to finish up this guy here. And I dug out this entire thing down here. It took me quite a while. But this way it kind of opens us up to, now we can, probably move our machines, our thermal expansion machines, and our IC2 machines and stuff. We can go ahead and move those down here, because we have a lot more room. And, I don't know, I think it'll look a little bit better down here. Plus it'll be closer to the energy right here. So, another reason I built this guy is because I needed a ton of energy to power, let's see, where's it at? I went ahead and made it. I made it off camera, but here it is, a Mine Factory chunk loader. Chicken chunks is not in this mod pack, so if you're wanting to make chunk loaders, nope, chunk loaders, you're left with just a couple options here. You've got this dimensional anchor, which is a chunk loader. It says, I've never used one of these before, so I didn't really know what it was all about. It's actually fairly cheap to make, but I just didn't know how efficient it was going to be, how well it was going to work. Then I saw this. Oh, and there's also, I should tell you, there are the, I'm spelling stuff wrong all left and right. They do have the world anchor and stuff like that from Railcraft, which are fine. They are fine. They're fairly easy to make, but they require ender pearls to power. So yeah, I kind of didn't want to do that. But I went ahead and built this Mine Factory, the Mine Factory Reloaded chunk loader. Did I? Okay. So let's check out the recipe for that. It was, I don't want to say easy, but it wasn't too bad to make. So let's check that out real quick. Okay, yeah, so it requires some plastic sheets, a resonant energy cell, 2 tesseracts, a tesseract frame, electrum, and a redstone conductance coil to make. Which is part of the reason all my ender pearls are gone now. But, alright, so if we set this guy down, as you can see, the energy buffer it has is insane. It can store a ton of energy. What is that? 2 billion something or other, whatever. So if we go ahead and set this to output, it's going to go ahead and fill that guy up. But as you can see, let's go ahead and a chunk loader, the radius is at 1. That's going to draw 1200 RF per tick. Let's see, 2 is 3000. Oh, I guess 2 is like the highest you can go. Okay, I didn't know that. I figured you could do a lot more than that. Well, that's kind of... I don't know how I feel about that now, since you can only keep 2 chunks loaded. Whoa, okay, there we go. So let's check it out. That would pretty much, I think it would keep... Now, it's a 2 chunk radius, so does it go 2 chunks that way, 2 chunks that way, you know, all around? I'm thinking maybe that's what it would be, which is actually kind of cool. That would keep most of our AE stuff loaded and whatnot. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of research into this. I'm not gonna set this guy down right here, because I don't really need to. But okay, let's go ahead and turn that off there. There we go. And that is off. Okay, nice. But yeah, that's something. That's one of our types of chunk loader we have. I might go ahead and check out this guy too. Like I said, I'm not really sure how it works. But yeah, I should give it a try, because I mean, it is pretty easy to make. It's just an ender pearl, some obsidian, iron block, gold, some diamonds. Nothing crazy. But alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. Okay, is that everything cool now? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. I just kind of wanted to show you guys, I didn't have a whole lot planned for this episode, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been doing off camera, which is the big reactor and cleaning out this area here, kind of getting it set up for, you know, moving our machines down here and kind of getting them a little more automated, I think. And yeah, that's about it. That's what I've been doing. So, yep, this thing is collecting mob juice, which is fine. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And please stay tuned for the next episodes when we start moving our thermal expansion machines and stuff downstairs and we start kind of automating some stuff. So, alright guys, once again, thanks for watching.